Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. My name's Katie Carson, I'm the Duchess of Suds. I make soap for a living, and today I'm going to be making a design sent in by one of you guys, a Royal Court member. If you don't know, I have a P.O. box where you can send your designs. I also have an email where you can send your designs. You may remember from the last video that I have committed to making at least one fan design every month. Some of the designs might be limited edition, meaning that I only make the one batch you are watching on this video, or that we remake the entire soap multiple times so that it is in stock and there's a higher probability you'll actually be able to purchase it. Today's soap design is one of those. We're going to make a lot of them because it's a great design. It smells awesome. I'm so impressed. So here is the soap design, Matcha Latte. This was sent in by Katarina from Arlington, Texas. Fun fact, I used to live there. I just loved the specifics on the side. All of the goodies talked about wanting it to be super creamy, maybe adding a mild exfoliant. I just felt like this was something a lot of my followers would want to see done. Katarina also sent a very, very sweet letter. She just, she's so nice. When submitting my design submission form to Simeon, if you don't know, he is my brother. He's the one that does all the purchasing for Royalty Soaps. I made the decision to keep this soap exfoliant free. I know she mentioned maybe adding a mild exfoliant, but after looking at what she wanted with it being super creamy and thinking about matcha tea, I just felt it was probably better to lean away from that so it wouldn't disrupt the integrity of the swirl that she wanted. I didn't want those flecks to detract, so I left that part out. However, I did decide to add real matcha tea, organic matcha tea. I thought it would be the perfect addition. It has a really nice subtle fragrance, and while it does typically brown a little bit over time, I thought it would just add to that creaminess, add to the label appeal, and just generally add to the theme of matcha latte. And as for the fragrance, I picked Matcha Latte by Wholesale Supplies Plus, and let me tell you, it is divine. It smells exactly like a matcha latte. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit herbaceous. It performs very well in cold processed soap. That's how I put together the recipe for this particular design, and without further ado, let's make our fan design for this month. Before we add our lye water solution into our oil blend, I'm going to add a special ingredient. So Katarina specified that she wanted this soap to be really creamy. So to do that, I'm adding some coconut milk. Now I know this doesn't look like a lot, but this is hyper concentrated coconut milk. I'm just gonna pour that straight into my oils, and yes, it's not actually going to combine with the oils because it's a water, but I'm adding in my lye water solution really soon. And trust me, it won't be a big deal. We're also going to add as one of our colorants, real organic matcha tea powder. The only ingredient in it is matcha from Japan. So let's go ahead and blend our highly concentrated coconut milk into our oils, and then I'll pour the lye water solution in. And now we blend up on high until just past emulsion. You may or may not be able to tell that my liquid is a little darker than normal. That is because of the coconut milk. Now we're gonna pour off our accent colors. Alrighty, let's go ahead and add our colorants in. So into the smallest container, we're gonna be adding that matcha powder. This is gonna make a very dark green initially, and as it continues to sit, it will turn some sort of a shade of brown. And now for our kaolin clay and fragrance oil. Next pitcher, and by the way, I have doubled the kaolin clay in this recipe, so this will also add to the extra creaminess. This color is going to be sort of a blue-greeny color. It's made with green vibrance and a little bit of black oxide. This next color is Let Us Entertain You. It is a very bright green. And finally, we're adding in some 3 olive martini with a little black oxide. This is sort of like an olive green color, and it's gonna stay that way. It's not gonna change like the matcha powder. And for the final pitcher, we're going to be adding some titanium dioxide and our fragrance, but we're not going to add this to the main batch. This is gonna be on top to look look like matcha cream, like the froth, you know. And then of course we have the final base color, which is going to be a white creamy color, and we'll go ahead and add the rest of our fragrance oil as well. And something I love about tea fragrances is that they typically slow down how fast your batter is moving, so you get even better swirls out of it. All right, let's start pouring some colors in. I'm going to start with the matcha. I'm going to pour that right into the middle. I'm also going to scrape all of it out because none of these colors are really going on top of the soap. That's going to be the foam part. Then we're going to do the olive green. I'm just going to pour that around a little bit. I've allowed these colors to set up a little so that the soap won't be over swirled. Y'all know that's a pet peeve of mine. Start where I left off with the next color green, and then gonna really try to get the edges for the last green color, and then straight into the middle here. This is going to look so good. I cannot wait to pour it. I will be back to do so after this quick commercial break. And now a quick word from our sponsor, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and I personally have been using them for over a year now. I absolutely love HelloFresh, okay? It takes all of the hard work out of cooking fresh food for my family. HelloFresh helps you stay on track with simple recipes and fresh, pre-portioned ingredients that help limit meal prep time and cut back on the trips to the grocery store. HelloFresh has more 5-star reviews than any other meal kit, so you know you're going to be getting something delicious. They offer a wide variety of quick and easy recipes, including 20-minute meals, easy cleanup, and low prep options. And their pre-portioned ingredients means that there's less waste and less prep time for you. Go to HelloFresh.com and use the code RoyaltySoaps16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. So just one more time, go to HelloFresh.com and use the code RoyaltySoaps16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. That's so much free food, like run, don't walk. So yeah, you guys go check out HelloFresh. Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring today's video, and let's continue. Let's get that pour. Yes! Katerina, you outdid yourself. This looks divine. And what's actually great is that it's thick enough that a lot of the white will be on top. So the transition into the cream portion of this soap is going to be pretty seamless. All right, and time for the cream. I'm just going to mix this around just a little bit, All right, and pour it on top. Listen, this is my favorite soap I've made this year. This is actually my favorite soap I've made in a long time that you guys know about. Anyway, hints, but no spoilers. Okay. It's just so good. I was sent by a Royal Court member some amazing swirling tools. They sent a special set of a spoon, a fork, and these stainless steel chopsticks. And let me tell you, when I got this in the P.O. box, I was thrilled to death. I've never seen stainless steel chopsticks, but tell me that's not like the best swirling tool yet. So I'm just gonna take this little chopstick and swirl all around. There's not going to be any particular way I'm really doing it. I just want to make sure that every bar has a lot of little swirls. If you've seen me make the Baby Bastille soap, that's kind of what I'm trying to mimic here. I really love the swirl pattern on that because it has texture. So most of the time to make a swirl like that, even though it's not super specific, I kind of put my swirling tool on an angle, even harsher than a 45-degree angle, so I'm kind of whipping the soap a little bit. Yeah, I would say the same angle you would hold a whisk to make like a cream or to beat some eggs or something like that. That's about the angle that I'm holding this at. And it just makes these big, luscious swirls. And it's way easier to get in there and give a good texture after you've gone around a few times. I can also see my soap is getting a little thicker, so I also might tap this on the ground a little bit, like once or twice after I'm done, just to make sure that I get out any air pockets I've just created. Okay, this looks literally edible. Ugh. And the fragrance, I cannot describe the fragrance. It does smell like matcha tea. Smells a little bit like a sweet cream has been added. Even a little bit of an herbaceous note, like if you smelled what stevia leaf smells like, a little bit of that going on. It's so good. Very much a spa luxury fragrance. And now we're going to add a little bit of dusting right down the middle of each of these loaves using the 3 Olive Martini mica and the Lettuce Entertain You mica. Why am I not using matcha for these? Well, I'll tell you why. I just think that matcha is going to turn brown on top. It is a natural powder. I think with the high pH of the soap, it's just going to turn it brown, whereas a mica will stay the same color. So I'm gonna start by using a popsicle stick. I don't know if that's what I'll keep doing because it's kind of clumpy, so let me change to a different tool. I was looking for a smaller brush, but this is what I have, so let's try this. Okay, that's a lot better. In fact, that's perfect. I'll put a little more down here because it's not looking the way it's supposed to. Make sure everybody gets a little bit. And now just a tiny bit of that Lettuce Entertain You. I don't love that. I feel like I should have just left the olive. I think that's what I'll do in the future, is not add this one. I thought that it might boost the greens a little bit, but I definitely would have had to pre-mix that instead of just layering them. That's okay. Live and learn. I'm gonna spritz this now with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I don't want it to ruin the effect of the mica, and if I put too much, it certainly will. And that is it. Our fan design soap is ready to go. Let me bring you guys in for a close-up. And this is what the soap looks like up close. The creaminess. All that extra kaolin clay and coconut milk are really doing their job. You can tell just by looking at it. I cannot wait to cut this, but you guys know I have to. We'll be back in 18 to 24 hours. We'll split the slab. Take a look at the bars on the inside. Oh, I'm so excited. Can we just take a minute? Seriously, can we just take a minute? It looks so good. It looks so natural, so elegant. I'm gonna place it here on my soap cutter, Natasha. It's been a while since I brought her out. Just gonna press down. Pull one out of the middle, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Really pleased with that. The colors went all the way through. You guys saw how thick that was, and yet everything went all the way down. There's every single color in every single bar, and of course all of them are very unique, very different. That's pretty typical for an in the pot swirl. Ooh, I love this one. That looks so good. And you can see from the matcha colored layer, there is a little bit of bleed here, and it is turning a little bit brown, which is exactly what I thought was going to happen. But overall, I am super loving this design. Also, look at the side of this one. It looks like a stone, like a marble or something. I just love it. All right, we'll line up another. Pull one from the middle. Here's what it looks like from one of the middle bars. Wow. Such a good soap smell. Such a good soap smell. Wow. I love it when bars do this. They look like geodes. As the soap is sitting like exposed to the air, the smell is getting even better. Like it's starting to get a little sweeter, I would say. So once again, here is Katarina's design and here is the soap. You know, I might actually boost some of the greens in here. The one that I left alone looks pretty good, but I feel like it could be slightly more pigmented. And then there's the soap top and here's the actual soap top. Guys, I'm obsessed. Now, I might change a few things about it. Like I said, I want to enhance some of the greens in there. Her design had like more greeny greens, so I will probably leave the green vibrance alone. Adding the black kind of made it look bluish, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I think that'll really boost the greens, and it'll look a little more like the color palette that she used with the markers on her piece of paper. If you send me a fan design and I choose to make it in a video, I will send you a bar for free, so feel free. Use your creativity, send in some designs. I like to have on every design that people send in the mailing address on the actual design so I can't possibly lose it. Just in case I don't have your email and there's no way to contact you, I still want to be able to send you that bar. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and hey, there are still soaps in stock from our January release. One of my only and most major goals in 2021 was to have enough soap that we could keep it in stock all month long and there wasn't like this frenzy to get to the shop. There still is kind of one for limited edition bars, but that's only because I have 8 to 10 of them. All the other bars, I have so much more than I ever did. People can actually have a leisurely shopping experience and just change. If you have this mindset of, I'll never be able to get a Royalty Soaps bar, at this point, you will. I've still got soaps that I had in the winter time and even a few months before that. We are stocked. We are ready for you. Shop whenever you want, royaltysoaps.com. If you're interested, if you're just here for content to watch YouTube, thank you so much. Every single view helps my small business. Every single one, okay? Every single time you watch an Instagram reel, every time you like a post on Instagram, every time you watch a sponsored video, that helps so much. You don't have to give me anything. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, like going to your local tea shop, getting yourself a matcha latte, or maybe volunteering your time to help somebody. I don't really care what you do. Just be sure you do something fun for yourself. I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, bye for now. Meow.